There are lots of flagpoles in my neighborhood. I see them. They fly a variety of flags, including the stars and bars, including Old Glory. Some of them even have verbiage on there explaining why they're flying what they're flying. These flagpoles are 10 to 12 feet. That seems to me to be a good height for a residential flagpole. 90 feet for a residential flagpole seems to me to be excessive. If I wanted to put up a 90-foot LED sign on my property, would you say, yeah, go ahead? Has anybody petitioned to put up a 90-foot flagpole? Again, I'm being rhetorical. I'm saying that this problem goes away if this board enacts regulations limiting flagpole heights on residential property to 12 feet. Thank you.
I just wanted to put a face on on a person, and I didn't come prepared. In fact, I wasn't even going to come. But when I heard that they were going to talk about that giant flag that you cannot ever possibly miss when you drive up the freeway, every time I drive past it, my heart sinks. My heart hurts. I've been here for the last 20 years. I've raised my children here, and now I have to raise my grandchildren here or move or have them grow up believing that I live in a community that's comfortable with a giant racist flag that represents absolutely nothing in my mind. And it could be other people. They may have other views about the flag, but the only thing I ever see when I look at the Confederate flag is racism. The Klan carries it. The white nationalists carry it. In Charlottesville, that's all you saw this weekend were Confederate flags. And it hurt me when I saw it, and it hurts me every time I drive down the freeway. I can't miss it. I can't not turn my head. And I try. I actually try. But I'm not able to. And when I go up and down that freeway, my heart hurts. And I know that my young daughter's heart hurts, and I know that my son hurts, and I know that young black uneducated men hurt without any real outlet to express their hurt. It hurts. That's all I really have to say about it. It is wounding. And I don't know what this board can actually do, but I am absolutely convinced that something has to be done.
Thank you, sir.
There was a public outcry for the removal of the flag after the South Carolina church shootings, and those calls went unheeded. In a 2015 interview in the local newspaper, Stafford Supervisor Bob Thomas stated not a single constituent came to him and stated that they had a problem with the flag. Supervisor Thomas, I live in your area, and I have a problem with the flag, and I want you to know that I'm like a cockroach. You see me, but there's plenty of us around. A young man that my high school student went to school with this past year said that when he drives through Stafford County, he is afraid because he sees that flag. I'm raising my daughter here in an atmosphere of increasing ill will under that flag due to her race and her gender. She and millions of other Americans deserve to know that our politicians have their backs when it comes to the way the county presents itself and allows itself to be presented to the outside world. This is the first and often only view that passing motorists have of our county, and it's outrageous. It is true that the flag is on private property with a citizen who has the right to do as he pleases on that property, and Mr. Cash has indicated that he has no intention of removing the flag. So it's time for the county to make a stand and hopefully erect a permanent statement outside of the property on the highway, both on the north and southbound lanes, perhaps a billboard or something like that, showing that it welcomes and includes all people to the county.
I feel that, we need to remove anything that is going to cause controversy in our community. And I believe this is one of the items that has been, on the docket for many years. And I think it's something that needs to be addressed, especially with the most recent events here that has happened close to home, Charlottesville.
I grew up in the South. I grew up in a family that had people that fought on both sides. We never flew the stars and bars in our family, ever, because of the symbol it was. And I just don't think this is a community that wants to be recognized for that flag and all the people that drive up and down I-95 across the bridge near it every day. It's not what this community is, and I really hope that this board will find some creative way, and there have been some really good suggestions so far, whether it's a banner, a sign, limiting the height of flagpoles. I really think we need to make this make everybody who comes through here know what a welcoming community it is, and it has been. But that's not the message people get.
So I think it's high time that the Board of Supervisors and Stafford County as a whole took action against this flag. I am in support, and the NAACP is in support of the zoning law, which we brought up years ago about that as well. I'd ask that you all really take a look at the zoning law so that we can help eliminate this situation and make the residents of Stafford County feel like everyone here is welcome. When folks go up and down 95, that they know that they're coming through a county that welcomes all, and that there's not this enormous Confederate flag waving in the air on the interstate as they drive through. We all need to be welcome here. This is the United States of America. We do not want it to be the divided states of America.
I think when I see, and I'm from Washington, D.C., Virginia, when I lived in Washington, D.C., was what that flag represented. And I don't even know if that's still not the case. You all say it's not the case. You're forgetting that when they see a large flag like that, they're not, people that's looking at that is not saying that's somebody's private flag. See, what they're saying is that is that big, that's Stafford County's flag, because they don't understand that nobody, that person can have a big flag like that. So what they saying, and I ain't never seen nobody that have a flag like that. So what they're saying is you're representing, that's what Stafford County's flag is. And it ain't 20 or 25 or 50 miles from the line. Okay, I mean, they coming into this county and it's, within 5 miles. So that's the first thing they see.
As a teacher, as a Stafford education member, I would encourage you to try to find a solution to this. And then finally, all the buses that go to Washington, D.C. for field trips from around the whole country, they're asking the same questions. We're making the same kind of statements in their mind about what Stafford County might be like. And they don't know us. They just don't know us. We're not like that. But one symbol can really change a person's perception.